Pirates to the Red Sox to the Braves. Derek Lowe facing his former team for the first time since he left L.A. And Andre Ethier, Friday's hero, his 22nd home run, most by Dodgers since Jeff Kent hit 29 in 2005. It was 3-2 Dodgers. In the sixth now, 2 outs. Diory Hernandez at the dish. Russell Martin pick off attempt at first. Ball gets past James Loney, and LaRoche goes to second. Aaron Martin, then Hernandez to right. Ethier going home. Martin can't handle the throw, and the run comes in. We're tied at 3. Next batter, Greg Norton pinch hitting. 182 as a pinch hitter, comes up big. The base hit scores Hernandez, and the Braves take a 4-3 lead. Top of the 7th, 1 on, 1 out, and Juan Pierre. The liner to center, Nate McLouth would not be denied. Nice grab, and he doubles off the O-Dog, Orlando Hudson. One more look. The Dodgers waste a great opportunity. The Braves win 4-3. Lowe gets his 4th straight decision.
All right, how about the Rockies in the thick of the wild card race? Scott Rowland is now in the business of red legs baseball. Over from Toronto, and Bronson Arroyo likes the deal, quoting him, "How can you not want a guy like that? It would be hard for us to find a better third baseman in the game defensively. That tells me this organization isn't remotely close to quitting." Clint Barnes facing Homer Bailey, grounds to Rowland. Look at the play by Rowland. Great stop from the 7-time Gold Glove winner. He was 0 for 4 at the plate, but he'll save you runs the other way. In the 4th, Rockies down 2-0, bases loaded. Ian Stewart against Bailey. That's a single to right center field. The Rockies tie it up at 2 apiece. And Ubaldo Jimenez was rolling. Got Johnny Gomes swinging. Lance Nix, likewise, he struck out 8 innings, 2 earned run. The Rockies are now 5-0 in Cincy and tied with the Giants for the NL wildcard lead.
Brewers continue to slowly slide out of the NL Central race, 4.5 back, facing the Padres. Clayton Richard involved in the Jake Peavy trade, giving this one up to fielder. Prince is 26 of the season. No doubt for the vegetarian. Brewers down 2-1 after that. In the bottom of the 6th now, tied at 2, Oscar Salazar pinch hitting. The double over the head of Ryan Braun and left. Everett Cabrera comes in, and the Padres at home continue to add to the dilemma in Milwaukee. 4-2 coming off a 15K performance in his last outing. Battling Joe Blanton, 6-1 since May 21st. And Lincecum getting Ryan Howard looking, and then Pedro Feliz swinging 8 Ks for Lincecum. Leads the majors with 191. As for Blanton, well, he's right now currently the best Phillies pitcher. He got Travis Ishikawa, Juan Uribe. Thanks for playing. Blanton had 5 Ks in the game. To the 5th, scoreless, Ryan Howard. 2 on, 2 outs. This shift, we know all about it. Yeah. Eugenio Velez playing really deep. And Howard, how about the hustle? Beats out the throw. Inning continues. Next batter, Raul Banez. No shift there. And Velez makes the throw in time. And Bruce Bochy offering some encouragement. In the 5th, bottom of the inning, make that still scoreless. Runners on 1st and 3rd. And Matt Stairs doesn't normally play defense. Charging, make the basket catch. Look at Aaron Rowan. Just sliding around the tag. The former Philly is safe. The Giants take a 1-0 lead off the Juan Uribe sac fly. Lincecum, well, 1-run lead is like 3 runs for him. Ryan Howard going down. Lincecum, 8 innings, 7 hits. Giants go on to win 2-0, 6th time this season.
The lead in the AL Central is down to a game and a half after the loss in Cleveland on Friday. Cleveland on Saturday, Sandy Alomar Jr. inducted in the Indians Hall of Fame. New Indian, Justin Masterson. You saw Victor Martinez playing for the Red Sox. Masterson came over in that trade and pitched well on Saturday. 3 scoreless innings for him. Tigers had the lead, though, and Fernando Rodney trying to save it, 21 for 21 in save opportunities. Whenever we show you a stat like that, you know trouble is afoot. In the 9th, Johnny Peralta with the blue. Curtis Granderson with a great catch, but as dribbled, Cabrera tags and scores. Save blown. 2nd straight night, we go to extra innings. In the 12th, Jose Veras balks in Cleat Thomas. It's 4-2 Tigers. A little insurance for Detroit. Bottom 12, tying run on 3rd for the Indians. Trouble for them. McGrady Sizemore swings at the first pitch and flies out to Adam Everett. Le Tigre wins 4-3. Detroit will cushion on their lead. Now 8-3 against Cleveland this season.
Orlando Cabrera making his debut with the Twins Saturday in their matchup against the Angels, who are riding a 3-game winning streak. In the first, Myceres Turris grounded to short. Cabrera able to make the play. Cabrera, by the way, went 2 for 5 on the day. The Angels offense rolling along. At least 10 hits in 10 of their last 13 games, including 19 in their last game against the Twins. Is Turris get up and get out? 3-run blast off R.A. Dickey, 5th of the season. 7 of the 9 Angels starters collected multiple hits, including Juan Rivera, solo blast, his 18th of the season. Angels rolling up 10-4, and then Kendry Morales, his 21st of the year. First time in team history, the Angels go back-to-back games with at least 18 hits, 11-6, the final Halos.
Floating first in the NL Central, Matt Holliday virtually walking on water, hitting .586 as a Cardinal so far. That number, like this baseball, are both going up. Nice pitch to home run ratio, one of each. His second as a Cardinal make it 1-0. Wandy Rodriguez would later leave the game with a hamstring issue. Chris Carpenter, perfect in July, pretty good in August so far. Got Hunter Pence with runners at the corners. He struck out 5, and then Carpenter wielding a bat. Hard grounder down the left field line, and the big fella will just chug his way all the way around to second base with a double. He advanced to third on a pass ball. Then it's Portillo deep to center field. Carpenter is going to tag from third and score his first run since 2006. It's been a while. So long, in fact, that Jose Oquendo, the third base coach, had to come over and remind him, don't leave till the ball is caught. I'll tell you what. Good advice. Carpenter, coachable. Cardinals up 2-1 in the 8th inning. 3-1 would be better. In these days, any time is Holiday time. Solo shot. Holiday plays insurance man to make it a 3-1 game. He was 3 for 4 on the night, now hitting .606 as a Redbird to the ninth. Carpenter back out there to try to close it out. He finished what he started. It's a complete game for Carpenter, and a 3-1 win for the Cards, who hang on to first by a half game in the NL Central. Happy holiday. Minutes into Sports Center, we've got the Nationals and Pirates. Something must be up. Actually, 2 things. Andrew McCutchen and occasionally his lid in the first. Pirates down 2-0, not for long. McCutchen lines one to left on Craig Stammen. It's a homer. McCutchen muscles up, all 175 pounds of him. And as he's trotting, got to keep that helmet down as he makes it around the bases. McCutchen's 4th homer of the year makes it 2-1. In the third, this is more like it. McCutchen, this guy has all kinds of speed, lays the bunt down. He's headed to first, but again, hand to helmet. Once again, got to keep that thing on top of the head. Next up, Lasting's Millage, single to left field. Watch McCutchen. Motored around. Helmet never had a shot there. Flying off the head. McCutchen scores behind Ronnie Cedeno. Pittsburgh up 3-2. Squawk! Pirates up 5-2. More McCutchen.
Line drive left field, and this ball is gone. McCutch is clutch with his second home.
Hang on to your hat. McCutchen's 2nd homer of the game, 5th of the year, is a 2-run poke, 7-2 Pittsburgh. McCutchen having himself a good night. The rookie had 3 homers and 210 major league at-bats entering the night. And in the 6th, Andrew McCutchen. He was 120th in the bigs in slugging when the night began. He's now the 3rd Pirates outfielder to have 3 homers in the single game the last 50 years. This guy was averaging a homer every 70 at-bats. 3 homers and 4 ABs when he came up again in the 8th. After the ovation, wait for it. Wait a minute. Here's something else he doesn't do very often. McCutchen grounding in just his 2nd double play of the entire season. Uncharacteristic all around for McCutchen, who goes 4 for 5 with 6 RBIs. Somebody cool that guy off. What got into you?
The Cards coming in, facing the Marlins. Nick Johnson making his fish debut in the 3rd. Carlos Zambrano, he brings the heat. Hanley Ramirez felt all of it just above the left knee. Ramirez hopping around. Had to go to the ground momentarily. One more look. When you get 94 miles per hour coming to the knee, watch out. He would stay in the game for the time being. Now, later in the inning, Jeremy Hermida up the middle. Ramirez getting the green light. Check out Ramirez as he came around 3rd. He looked good, but pulled up limping coming home, you got to shut it down. When your franchise is doing that, shut it down. He was done for the rest of the night. Big Z also left after the third, stiffness in his back to the ninth. Marlins down 8-6, and it's Nick Johnson through the right side. Runners on the corners now, and Emilio Bonifacio playing for Hanley Ramirez. Oh, it's over Fukudome's head, and Bonifacio ties the game up with the triple. We go to extra innings. Marlins score 3 in the bottom of the ninth. Now the leadoff batter in the 10th, it's the former Fish, Derek Lee. Third career extra inning home run for him, his 21st of the year. Solo blast makes it 9-8. Next batter, Aramis Ramirez, batting .338 since his return from the disabled list, and he takes one to the left side. Now, Ramirez looked really woozy. His trainers helped him to the clubhouse. Lou Piniella said he was dizzy from the pain. The Cubs would win 9-8 afterwards, and Lee, well, he's played 13 years in the big leagues. He said this game just a little different. Lost 2 in a row, 3-2 on their current homestand, facing the D-backs, and in the 8th, we're tied at 5. Angel Baroa lines a base hit in the left. Alex Cora rounding third, decides not to try for home, so the bases are loaded. Now, third base coach Razor Shines is clearly telling Cora, come on in, come on in. Cora deciding, you know, I'm going to hold up.
Push the button.
Shines, though, holds the baseball record for most games without scoring a run, 68, so he didn't like the advice. Next batter, would it pay off, though? Well, Angel Pagan.
The 1-1.
Yeah, it does. Pagan's first home run since 2007 is a grand slam. He had a career-high 5 RBI, and there's the apple. Is it working? Could be at Citi Field. Jeff Francoeur at 18 RBI and game 18.
No.
Mets win 9-6. Time for top plays. Number 10, Summer X Games 15, Women's Super X Finals. Inspiring here. Ashley Filek, who has been deaf since birth, well, she pushed the button and then raising her fist. She knows she just won.
Very cool. Number 9, Mariners Rangers. David Murphy lines one to left. Look at Ryan Langerhans on the track at the wall, leaping, and the grab. Good work out him. Mariners get a win 7-2.
Number 8, Royals, Rays, Alberto Callaspo, sharp grounder, Ben Zobrist, the all-star utility man. Great stop here, and the Rays would get the win 7-1. He's been great at second base.
Number 7, Andrew McCutchen hits 1, then 2, and then just kept his finger on that button.
There's a line drive deep to left. It's a 3-homer night for the rookie, and maybe the rookie of the year.
Stargell Clemente McCutchen.
Just rolls off, right? And number 6, soccer breakdown in 3, 2, 1. Andre Arshavin from the impossible angle, and Arsenal wins 2-1 thanks to the amazing goal in the 90th minute.
Tigers, Indians, Johnny Peralta. Blooper to left center field. Curtis Granderson. Wearing the old school uniforms. Got him an old school dive, not real graceful. I like that. He rolled over, got some grass stains.
Buick Open, par 317, vintage Tiger. 33 feet out. Shot a 7 under 65, and he is your third-round leader. Of course, all eyes on him in the final 18.
Grady Sizemore.
Line in the gap. Right center field. Sizemore with a diving catch. A sensational play by the Gold Glover.
Now, see, he laid out, did that sort of smoothly. It got him 2 spots higher than Granderson.
That's the key, right?
Yeah.
Number 2, D-backs Mets. Daniel Murphy fouls one off, and Mark Reynolds over the tarp and into the Citi Field stands. Derek Jeter did that. They'd have a Yankeeography just like that, just for that play.
Number 1, Barcelona and the Galaxy. Beckham with the free kick. I guarantee you fixes.